Okay. Can I hear myself in the headphones? Yes, I can. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, oh, that's too loud. That's too loud. Uh, and it's also because the TV is like on. Let me just mute the TV. My TV's being terrible. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we heckin' go. Alright, now I gotta share this out one more time. To Twibber. Because I'm still on Twibber. I wish I wasn't. But I also love Twibber. Okay. Now. Let's see. We're gonna do Millicent's quest. That's what I think we're gonna do. That's what I made big threats about doing last night. I was also doing some thinking about it. And we can make the spear work. And this isn't just me coping, I really do want to make it work. So let's do some switching around and making some things make sense. So it's a multi-hit. That much is very clear from the discourse online. So, because it's a multi-hit, we can take advantage of the Rotten Wing Sword insignia. We can also take advantage of Millicent's prosthesis. The Shard of Alexander, we can take or leave, honestly. I want to try a few runs without the Dragon Crest Great Shield. So we're going to put on the two-headed turtle talisman instead. For armor, we're going to keep it semi-armored up. I'm not against those greaves. Okay. But how much does it... Okay. Good, good. So in order to do Millicent's quest, we have to go up and see Millicent. Obviously. So... Let's zoom out a little bit. Because I know I have a map marker somewhere where it shouldn't be. Ah, there it is. Now, ideally with the two-headed turtle talisman, it should mitigate, like, the stamina drain of this weapon. But we'll see, though. I hope it does. I think it might. All right, now we gotta light some torches up there. There's one of them. And to do that, we gotta be in the air. Okay. Good, good. Good, good. Oh. That wasn't so good. Alright, so it's recharging fairly steadily. Alright, come on. Come at me, bro. Okay. Ah. Alright, now we need to get up to the roof. Without getting attacked, ideally. Okay, that's a golden seed. Okay, so we gotta climb across these rooftops. And we gotta get it in, we gotta get into those areas. So this is one of them. Super easy to get to. There we go. Yeah, I would say Soup did it backwards. It still looks good though. All right, so let's light this one up. There we go. Now that's not going to be the seal it opens. We need to do this 2 more times, I think. Is there anything actually up here? Am I misremembering? Alright. Okay. We gotta get across to those rooftops. We gotta go over there. But I want to check out what this item is. The Staff of Loss. A staff only distinguishes itself when casting invisibility sorceries. But that is reason enough for some to wield it. I see, I see. I see. Well. Let's get back up those stairs and repositioned. Because now we gotta go across this roof. These roofs. And I think the fact that the spear is also a long range option is really gonna pay off. I recall there are some enemies on the roof. Case in point. Nuggets. Gotta get back up there again. Before the Burger King gets us. Good, good. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Okay. There we go. See, like I said, as a long-range option, it's really gonna pay. It's really gonna pay off. Um, how far is that gap? I honestly do think I could jump it. With Torrent. There we go. I think we just skipped a horrible parkour section. Still gotta get over there, but I don't know. It definitely feels like a skip. Okay. Now I need to pick my way across like relatively smoothly. So that's the last one. So let's get ourselves back across. I should think. Okay. Okay, then we gotta get across here. Alright. Alright, alright. Now it just leaves that one over there. Which I don't think we can get to. I think I can do all the parkour I want. Haha. I think I can do all the parkour I want. I'm not gonna get up there. Unless... I'm looking at the map for a second. That's close enough. That's close enough. Oh, grab this. I don't even think it's important. Yeah, it's just Nick Comet. Ooh. So you can catch Pokemon in here. Hold on. Screen record. Yeah. Yes. People can catch them pokes. And no one caught it. That's interesting. That's very interesting that no one caught it. Let's quit that. Let's go to this Grace. There we go. Let's get on our horse, because they're gonna be throwing balls at us. Now I did want to take a look over here. There. So I would have to drop from up there. Realistically. And there's a lichen rock too. No one caught the lichen rock. I am just looking. So that's literally just a bell. Okay. I'm less curious by it now. Don't mind me, guys. Just going around, just having a time. Hey, undeads. How is, how goes? Ooh. That could be a great resource for ovaries. Don't ask me why I'm going up here. Sometimes I just get curious and I want to see what's on top of heads. Yep. Okay, now in all seriousness, I need to get down. And I need to go visit Millicent Church. All right. We made it. Where is she? There she is.
Well, my flesh flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man.
Okay. So we can just come back here. That's a power we have now. Now. We gotta go all the way back here. Now, I'm not sure if I recall, but, like, I should have a grace between there and, like, galleries. And that's what I thought was happening. So... I think it's by the merchant. We're gonna check with by the merchant, because, like, that's where it should be. Of course, there's a nice cavalry along the way. That's fine. Ooh. That's much nicer. Ah, you interrupted me. Disappointment. Got him right in the face. Got me right in the face. There we go. That was a nice clean finish. That was a lot cleaner of a finish than I thought it was going to be. Hold on. There we go. Alright, now where are we going? We're going this way. As I recall, there's a grace close by this merchant. Where is it though?
Trade again.
I've definitely been here before. This is not the most time efficient way to do this. This can't be. Ah, here we are. I might take on the Deathrite bird while I'm over here. Yeah, that's fun and cool. Alright, here we go. Nice damage, nice damage. Okay, okay. That's chill. That's typically how that goes. Thankfully, we're right next to a Grace. And for those of you who are just joining, yes, you can catch Pokemon in chat now. Everyone missed out on a Lycanroc. Alright, let's go get our money and reset that. Let's reset that and run that again. I really want to get up there sometime. Okay, and you know, I'm not really noticing that I'm like taking that much more damage without like the Pearl Crest shield on. So I'm gonna try going with it without it for a while, just to see how spicy I can make like the setups. All right. Let's try it this way. Ooh, there is a Raggenrola. So hopefully I catch it. I never catch things in other people's chats. It'd be super cool if I caught one. I'm being facetious. I obviously have caught them. Ooh, you're going for it. Ow. Now the real question is, who's gonna catch you? I spent the morning charging up with a Rockstar. I might make a tea in a bit. Keep the caffeination flowing through me. Yes! Yes! I had hoped, I had hoped. Alright. Where is it? Hold on. Hold the heckins on. He's being good and chill about this. I, however, will not be good and chill about it. Well, I will, but just in my own way. There we go. Ow. There we go. Alright, so that's a Tweety Bird down. Now back to me coping with this weapon. And the thing is, I want to like it. It's a good weapon. I really enjoy it. It just has downsides. The principal downside being how stamina intensive it is. That's my main criticism, my main critique about it. Alright, now I can do this dog. However, now that I have the turtle-headed talisman on, it feels like it's regenerating faster. So that's okay. That's okay.
You found the unalloyed gold needle, as promised. Go on.
Okay.
Now let me have. Well, this is the work of a true art. Can you give me some time? As well may.
Okay, so we got to come back to him at some point. And by some point, I mean after I come back to Grace. So we're going to go somewhere else. I think we're going to go to see opera. Just because it's a generally cool like spectacle going down into the underworld. Okay. Now we gotta go here. I also want to check out here. Because I forget if this is an Erd tree with a guard. Because if it's guarded, I'd like to fight the guard. Wouldn't like to fight the bears, obviously, but... Nope, it's the unguarded one. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's go underground then. Where we will be challenged by Mudmen. And by the Men of Mud. They're real dirty boys. Okay, so we're going underground. And it's honestly such a cool reveal too, because like, you go underground and then all of a sudden, it just keeps getting bluer and bluer. Until eventually you reach a level where there's stars. How it has an atmosphere that supports stars, I don't know. But sure it's cool though. Right, so where we're going is through this ancient structure. Without dying, like optionally. We'll see what happens though, we'll see what happens. Okay, now there's items out here. They're just runes and such. Nothing like majorly important. So we're gonna rush through. Because if we don't, they'll all gang up on me. And now we get to go fight a crab. One of the giant ones. One of the giant ones. And he's kind of a jump scare if you aren't like aware he's here. Like, but do you see just how much stamina that like ate up? That ate up so much. But I'm gonna make it work. I'm not giving up on it because it does look so cool. And it is so effective at just clearing out mobs. When you're able to get the entire chain off. Where the disappointment sets in, I feel, is that like it doesn't have hyper armor. Okay, so that's one. Let's go up and grab the other one. It's up here, avoiding the crab. That one can just be crabby. Like, you see what I mean? I have, like, a free ranged option that costs me nothing. Like, and it's got such a solid moveset, too. You know what I mean? I really want to like it. Having a lot of fun with it. Like, being able to throw, like, spears at people is just never not going to be funny. Like, I'll be honest, as a skill, I'm getting quite a lot of use out of it. Okay, there's another one. I think there's two more up this way. So we want to grab this Grace up here. Just so we have it. Because this is the literal midway points of the level. So let's take a look back, see if we can see how many torches we have lit. Not as such, no. Okay. Well, let's grab the remaining shoe up this way. They're gonna try to snipe me. There's just nothing I can do about it. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run for it. Take my iframes where I can get them. Ooh. The Viper. Now let's grab the last one out here. Without dying, obviously, that'd be super cool. Ah, you missed out on the snake. Okay, okay, let's think about it for a minute. Let's head back to the start. Woods. And go all the way back to the bank. Okay, so we are missing exactly 3. No, wait. 4. So I know one of them's over this way. I just wanted to make sure I had a good view of where I think it is. It should be over that way. Alright. Now, I'm less familiar with this one as I am the other one. Mostly because I don't really run this one. Now, it should be somewhere in this area. Huh. I see it. Well, there's one of them anyway. Alright. Alright, so that one's lit. Let's keep looking around. Alright, there's one we lit. Let's take a look over here. Uh-huh. Nice try. Nice try. I really are gonna get me while I'm up here. Let's look around. There's one. I see another one. Oh, thank God for iframes. Yeah, there's very much a please sir can I have some less moment. Let's not get mauled by the crab. I know, I know. I got you. There we go. There we heckin' go. So we got that one. Gotta keep looking up this way. Without dying, ideally. There's one up there. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Run, Nicola, run. You're never getting back up here for the runes, just go. Okay, that was close. That was hilariously close. Let's rest here for a second. Okay, I think we're good. The entire game world's been reset, but I think we're good. And the worst thing about those electric bolts is you just gotta take it. There is no body to lock onto, you just gotta like, just eat it up. Alright. I see them all trying to chase me. And I'm not interested. Alright, there we go. Now, this is the non-remembrance version of the remembrance boss we fought like a while back. So Chico's somewhat easy. Easy-ish. Here we go, and roll. Ah, nuggets. I got greedy. However, had I been greedy and successful, that would have been great. I gotta keep that in my head too. Sometimes greed pays off. Because, you know, like, I might have like a sliver of health left, and he might have like a sliver less than that. I might get really greedy there and win. That's where greed can pay off. At his present health bar, that's not gonna really help me. I just got silly. Alright. First blood goes to me. Here we go. And roll. Okay, so I don't gotta roll to the left. I gotta roll into it. It sounds paradoxical and scary, and it is. There we go. I could have timed that better. Alright, I avoided the slime. The dodge isn't to the left. Okay, got it. I'm gonna try that again. That is a pretty moose. So I'm just resetting the fight. Because I think I can do that better. Give it a second. Alright. I know. I'm resetting it when I was really close to winning too. So I think the dodge is back. That's where I think the dodge is. Alright, here we go, and... Yep, that's where the dodge is. And that's where the punish is. That didn't even hit it. I missed it. Alright, I'm gonna run that again. Ooh, you caught the Goldeen. Congratulations. What battles are you gonna put it through? Aw, yeah. Alright, so let's run that again. Um... I'm just doing some thinking here for a second. I know, dangerous, dangerous. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get First Blood. In a really cheeky way. Yep, got it. Sweet. All right. That was worth the trade, honestly. All right. There we go. Okay, so that went good. Not as good as I would have liked. But I'll certainly take it. Alright, now that we're right out in the middle of this ocean, I feel as though we should go to the Table of Lost Grace. Just for a quick second. I want to check the stat requirements on something. And then we'll go do Millicent's quest. Where is Mesmer's? 60 faith. I have 51. Now, it's not impossible for me to achieve. Oh, no, it's quite possible. Where is... Here we go. That boosts faith up to 51. with the rune arc. Okay, okay. I think we might have an idea here. Memorize spell. Requires 2 slots. Fuck my life. Okay. Alright, so now we can go do Millicent's. And Millicent's is honestly the most tedious quest because you're just doing a whole bunch of running around. Okay. I would like to give this a fair shot. Cool. So we're gonna give it a shot on the dog. I've always found them amazing test subjects. They can take a lot until they can't. Some are weaker than others. Let's see what this one. Let's see how weak this one is. Whew, okay, nice. Well, it's certainly a stylish spell. I'll give it that.
I have awaited the needle. Will you give it? I will reward you in kind.
Okay, so now we gotta go see Millicent.
At the church atop the cliff beyond Celia, the town yonder, tended to a wretched fate.
Okay. Now the first place she goes to excuse me. Now the first place she goes to is Altus.
If you are why flesh
I know.
you ask that I should quell the but
Yes. Do it,
never
girl, do it.
mind. I would rather trust you than simply.
And sorry about the
continue
arm,
to
by the way.
spoil from within. Would you
That was my
mind
fault.
averting your eyes for a moment?
So I kinda do owe you.
Well, that was easier than expected.
Right now she's gonna pass out. She's out. Okay, so now we gotta reset the world again.
My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you. Even the nightmares are not that
Alright, so thank you. That's gonna boost my dexterity.
Considering leaving with the needle, my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Millicent.
Okay. When I get back up, she's gonna be gone. She is sneakier than Batman, I swear. So let's go see Gary. I always vaguely set up for this quest. Because I know at some point I'm going to do it. It ultimately ends with you either betraying or, like, siding with her. I sided with her one time, got one talisman. I betrayed her another time, got a horrible feeling to my day at midday and another talisman. So in successive times I tend to, like, side with her. So that way I don't feel like a bad guy. Alright, and Gary's gone.
Hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a visit, hoping to find someone here, but I've only found emptiness. Perhaps before my...
Alright.
Well, I must stay...
So,
Well, I must focus...
her dialogue's
on-
exhausted, so let's go to the first place. We gotta go up around here. We gotta start at the Altus Plateau. Now, part of the reason we spent so much time at the Shaded Castle was to facilitate this quest. Because we needed to get her a prosthetic arm. And to replace the one we cut off. So, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, I have so many reasons to feel, like, bad and want to help her. Okay, now we ride. So that's the ruins. She is going to be down there. Grace. Ooh. Let's grace the grace. Now let's look over. She's just over here.
Ah, in truth, it's been smooth sailing. Scarlet Rot is still as such.
Now we gotta give her the
I
arm.
realized that if I still I could have aided you in battle. Are you
There we go.
giving me this arm? Thank you. I am in your debt.
Millicent
yet
think
again.
nothing of it.
I think if the arm serves well enough, it might be possible for me to wield a sword again. If the arm, it might be possible. Perhaps then I...
Alright, now she moves to another position. And this position requires a bit of fighting on our part. Alright, so she's moved on. And that means we have to move on to here. Yes, I caught the turtle. Check our time. Ooh, it's been an hour. Nice. We want to take the warp. And then we have to go to the Midsummer Village. Okay, we're here. So we don't go to the first windmill. We're going up to that lighthouse. Okay. Now there's Grace at the foot of here. I wonder. Okay, that only lowers it by that little. Okay, where's the crown? I'm gonna wear the crown. Because I think the crown's pretty. And when in Rome, right? That's right, ladies. I'm not aggroing any of you. Stay dancing. Oh no. I don't think I need to aura firm on them that hard. Alright. There was one item up here actually. I wanted to get once we cleared out the boss. Okay. Now my all-time least favorite enemy type, the Godskins. It's always a fun time fighting the Godskins. There was a point in my base game cycle where I actually debated on whether or not the Godskins were Elden Lord instead of me. Like I actually thought that for the longest time. Alright, where's your summon sign then? That's not good. Alright. He's gonna do his black flame. He stretch, he stretch. It's stamina intensive, and I can be like hit out of it. Giving me iframes there was cool. Last heal. I'm not in any real danger at this point. That's Aura for amount I'm at the end. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so I got the peeler. I got his flame. Now when I bring her here, she's gonna have the gall to allege that she participated in the fight. She didn't. But that's what the game is going to say anyway. Every time I ran this fight, I've never found her summon sign. Not once. But she seems to believe that I summoned her here. I'll let her believe it. Okay, so where I want to be to get the item specifically is here. It's an incantation called Flame Sin or Sins of the Flame or something like that. I'm gonna go talk to her in a second. I just have to kill everyone here. Okay, that was fun. Now, I don't think Vextra lied to me so much as I didn't complete the requirements to get it. Because what I'm looking for is a dude sitting on a chair. I'm not seeing a dude on a chair. Once I talk to Millicent, we're gonna try down this way though. Just to see, because I may be missing something. Alright. Let's go talk to Millie.
Ah, the arm you gave me, it feels, perhaps it is foolish. Us. I would have you call it is the only way.
Okay, so. Reset. She's gone to the next position. And the next position is in the mountaintops of the giant. I made sure I got this grace so that way I could just go right there. Instead of engaging in some running around frippery. There she is. Hey.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly? No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough. Call upon me again.
I will. But there's no battles to be had, Millicent.
I'm searching for. I heard them indeed. The Halig tree.
Alright. So that's your dialogue exhausted. Now we move to our last place. And this time, again, I'm going to choose to help her. This is really my fault she's in this position.
Again we meet. I can only see in which case I am of Melania's blood. But in what capacity, I know. Whatever the case, though,
Okay.
there is something of the will, the dignity, the pride she. There is something the will, the dignity.
Okay. So now we go to where we ultimately fight with her. Not Halig Tree Room. Not Elf Bile Inner Wall Drainage Channel. Ah, we missed the Nidoran. Not missing out on the Nidoran. Now, I question if I've already set up this boss. Well, let's fight. He was going to try to use the power of come against me. No, I haven't been here yet. Well, that could either be good or bad. We won't know until we're actually in it. Go, 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 go. No. Ah, Nuggets, I'm dead. I see. I see, I see, I see. We can run that again. Funny thing is, everything here is weak to fire, so we're basically set to like cook. That could work. That could be the strategy. I mean, it one-shots almost all things, so... Not the worst idea I've had. It's the rot. So I think we're going to go back with our tried and true method of dealing with this area. Y'all like fondue? Y'all like cheese? Anyone have any tortilla chips? We might be making we might be making some nachos. Alright, so basically how the cheese strategy works is I have to get back here. And in order to get back here, I have to run to that ledge, I have to jump down, I have to climb up that branch, I have to get back to around, let's call it here. I then take out a bow and arrow, and I just shoot it until it's dead. And I only have a few seconds to line up. Let's get all the way back for a second. Just so we're fully repositioned. That actually does reach pretty far. But in the interest of actually hitting it, we're going to pick out a great bow, I think. I'm going to go with the Egon. I'm going to go with Radahn's. Just because the Ash Roar is going to work out better. Oh no. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, I'm being so brave. I'm being so brave and so considered. Alright, there we go. That's not supposed to be how that goes. Am I locked on and hitting it this time? There we go. And I think just one or two more casts will get it. Now, strangely enough, it can't just fall off the edge. And you'd think it would, given how much it, like, thrashes at the edge. Wow, wasn't that so brave and engaging? I can't believe I got up close and personal and fought with it. Alright, now it actually is worth it for us to go back to the Grace. Because we need all of our flasks. And it's a fight where it's very easy to get thirsty. Speaking of which, you guys are following me while I set up tea. Because I need to add tea and caffeination to my life. And as anyone who follows me knows, I only make tea in a really, really bizarre way. Let's move this up here. Where is the plug? There's the plug. And where's the tea? Why is there no light on? Light would help. I can see what I'm doing now. Okay. Now I pour water in my coffee pot. Let's call it 5 cups. Then let's add. I don't know. I'm feeling like 2, 3 bags. Certainly not 4. 4 is excessive. Now, we just turn on the coffee maker. And by the time it's time for my break, it'll be time for me to make tea. Which is going to be another 20 minutes. There. Now let's go fight them. Okay, okay. I wasn't expecting a stance break like that, but okay, I'll take it. Okay, so yeet. All right. We can betray her, or we can help her. Not yet. I'd like to set this up for success. Ooh, there's a spiel in chat. That could be cool to add to the decks. Oh shit, oh shit. Alright, there's one down. Ah, no, she died. Okay, so it is possible for Millicent to just, like, die. Okay, why wasn't I able to use... There we go. Ah, no one caught the spiel. Alright, here we go, here we go. Ah, why can't I use my magic? Alright, here we go. I think that's all of them. Now I don't know why I couldn't use that incantation there. Alright, where's Millicent? Technically, this is considered a good ending, by the way. Hey.
Oh. Hello. Thank you for lending your hand. Without your help, I could not have defeated that quartet. I feel as if I've been in your debt from beginning to end.
Other way around.
Thank you. With your help, I was able to live as my own person, if only in passing. But this is where things end. I paused to even tell you, but I took out the needle myself. Tell whoever put you up to this that if I am to flower into something other than myself, I would rather rot into nothingness as I am. Please, the Scarlet Rot, Rasoon, curse-laden. I wouldn't want such a thing to...
Millicent, you deserve so much better. Oh no, I can't just sit and chat. But I suppose we can just sit here for a minute. When I reset the world, she's gonna bloom. That happens after I get her item, I think. Goodbye, Millicent. I'll see you in the next cycle. Alright, let's get to the grace. And plot out our next move. Just over there. Stand up so I can target you. Yeet. Now the unfortunate thing is I gotta grab the item. I just want to come back and grab a picture of the flower. I'm really not sure why they couldn't have, like, left the item outside of her bloom, but it was certainly a choice they made. Oh wait, they don't give her a bloom. That's disappointing. Alright, then I'm up here making myself sad for nothing. Alright, so let's go somewhere else. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? I had big plans of dragon slaying. So I think to do that, we are gonna go to the Morth Ruins. Now, I'm not sure when I want to start New Game Plus 4. I can realistically start at any point. I just want to do some things. So we want to go down here first. And we don't got to roll down that awful hole. That hole is totally irrelevant to us. Let's bring out Andreas. And let's go to town. Let me target the archer. This isn't going as planned. Okay, let's get stop two-handing it for a second. Stop that. There we go. Alright, now. Now, my man. So they all just ganged up on me there. That's to be expected. Alright, so we're going to take a short 2-3 minute break so I can make a tea, walk around the apartment, and And I'll be right back. Alright. We are almost back. Okay, 1 second. I need one of the seconds. I need seconds of one. There we go. My emotional support was running out. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let's run that again. This time with more of a focus on letting the dragon take out the little guys. Which I know he can do. I believe in him. I'm even gonna help him, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna help him. Where is it? I know I have it. Where is the spider scorpion? Like, I know I found it. I just don't use it. Where in all heckins is it? Here it is. No, it's Banged Imp. No, wait. Here it is. Here it is. Now, it's just somewhere in the world. I have no idea where. But it's near at hand. It's gonna be giving me a hand. We'll know when it starts, like, getting kills. Man, that was worth it. Ah. Okay, okay, we're back in it. We're back in it. Oh no, they're aware of me. Not sure where the scorpion went, but I'm sure we all saw that coming. Okay. So I'm never using that ash again. Just never ever. I might actually try to sell it if I can. That certainly sounds like an idea as to what I should do with it. That was terrible. Oh, various gods. No. So just spawned somewhere. Did next to no damage. That was displeasuring, I'm not gonna lie. That made me feel certain ways. But those ways are not what people come to see me for. They come to see me for good chill vibes. And that's what they're gonna get. Ain't no spirit ash gonna let me down. Let's just read it. This scorpion is larger than a human, and attacks with pincers and a poisonous tail. Appears some distance from the summoner. That could use some tightening up. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was like 10 feet away from me. Maybe 20 feet. But not where I can't link up with it. This breed of scorpion was native to the realm of Shadow, but was far smaller in size. Recent giant scorpions are said to trace back to the Church of the Bud. So it's an old species. Okay. I want to use... Yeah, we'll use Binley. And I want to try something. Where's Mesmer's armor? Apparently there's some kind of synergy with, like, his outfit and the stuff he uses. And it's either his armor or his helmet. And I don't mind his helmet, it's not the ugliest. Okay, we're still gonna put that on. She looks hideous, I love it. And then we're gonna free up some of these magic slots. These all take up 2, and I'm not really using Tyranny. So let's bring in some cool things. Let's have some fun. I know it's weak to, I know they're weak to holy, so I think we're gonna bring out. What are the requirements for that? 23 int. I don't want intelligence. I already have enough. And if it's boosting Mesmer skills. I would like to use not Rain of Fire, we'll use Fire Serpent. And then in this slot, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? I'm already using Bale's spell, so I don't need to bring in any more Dragon Communion. I'm thinking Catch Flame. It's really quickly spammable. Okay. And then that also means we have to work around our physics. Yes. Because this is a multi-hit weapon. Ooh. What this? What this? Bell sprout. Oh, soup, there's a bell sprout. We'll see what happens. I might get it. But soup might get it. She winds up catching most of like the Pokemon on her channel's chat. Which I absolutely recommend people follow. We be supporting our friends out here. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Leaf, get it. Alright, so we're gonna start with Fire Serpent. I wanna see how much a boost actually works. I mean, it tracks for sure. Okay, that's not terrible. Oh, I hope they take out the bowman. I hope they take out the bowman. Nah. Yes. I love that bot. Unfortunately, we can only like congratulate Suribot. But that is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna run that again. And like I keep saying, I want to give this like every possible advantage I can. So we're gonna put on the entire Mesmer set. Just because it's gonna lower our weight load. Death gauntlets, I don't want the gauntlets, Mesmer gauntlets. Right, so what going down to light load is gonna do is it's gonna trigger this talisman. I think it's like a 10% increase. I may or may not be giving you like the wrong information. For the best information, check for Extra Life. They will never steer you wrong. Until they do. But like most of the time, they won't let you down. Okay, let's just go. Now I'm doing all this with Dragon Heart. It's realistic. Now I'm doing this all realistically for some Dragon Hearts, which I'm going to need for New Game Plus 4 so I can immediately get the Dragon Eyes. Because there's 2 other sets of eyes I can get, both of which overwrite any other eye that you could get. The Frenzied Flame eyes and the Formless Mother Blood eyes. The Blood eyes I used to have in the first 2 playthroughs. They didn't look good. I didn't like them. I liked them at first, but then I realized how cringe they were. I had the Draconic eyes for a bit of the first playthrough and every other playthrough after the second one, and I actually liked them much more. So I'd be constantly trying to set myself up to have those yellow eyes. Okay, we're gonna wait until we're like not aggroing half the ruins. Or I could just take out the dog now. That's always a possibility. Okay. I think we're not going to have any more interfering dogs. Alright, Finlay. Sweet. Alright, let's do this. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh no. Finlay, help me. That took them out at the exact wrong moment. But it's cool, it's chill how this game goes sometimes. Sometimes you get ganked, other times you do the ganking. I wish it didn't do be like that sometimes, but it do. I mean, what really is its base poise? 16. That's 12. That's 18. Freya's is 19, so we're gonna go with Freya's. Back up to good gloves. Put on some nice pants. And then we want to be over 51. So for that, I still can't get over how ridiculous this like helmet looks. Like, no, you're absolutely right. It looks like one of those troll dolls. Like, you're absolutely right on that. But I'm not gonna look like a Kevin today. No Kevining. What's the young one look like? Okay, so the young one is literally just Radahn's hair. Why is my Tarnish scalping people? It's such a weird detail, but like... She's taken so many people's hair, it's not even funny. She took Malekith's fur. And that's literally fur, because he's a dog man. What kind of head do I want to wear? Yeah, we're the bear head. We're gonna go in a bit further. The dogs will still aggro to us. I want to think about this carefully. I think just to be fair to myself, I'm gonna use Andreas. Because this is a dragon with a holy weakness. However, where this bear lacks, I have the power of friendship and a bear hat on my side. So we got this. Oh, stop that. Oh no. Okay. So far it's going good. So far it's going good. Believe it or not, this is what good looks like in this fight. Where the fuck is Andreas? What are you doing, buddy? Okay. I think we're close. I'm not gonna lie, that was an aggressive one shot. I love how the last 30 seconds was just me going like, oh, it's all good, I still got this. Even though everything just kept on progressively getting more and more like I didn't get it. Ooh, it's a grappler. I want to change up my armor. Do something tankier. I could wear the fat suit. It puts me up to 76 poise. But I'm trying to take advantage of a light load. So. That's all medium. Okay, that's still medium load. Let's wear lighter hands. There we go. Yes, I caught the grappler. And let's go back and do this, having learned literally nothing in the last 10 seconds. Alright. I know this time I think I'm going to try to take advantage of, like, his holy weakness. I definitely want to take out this archer. Okay, now we're in it. Oh, you will get back here. Andreas, what are you doing? Take out the knight. There we go. Slow and steady. Only taking some damage from the dudes. Yeah, that was a calculated risk. That doesn't feel very calculated. It started making sense until it didn't make sense. Oh well. Win 'em, lose 'em, so on and so forth. I'm thinking of having hot dogs later. No bun says that might be a bit much for my mouth. But I'm certainly thinking hot dogs. What's another weapon we don't really use? Long half axe. Let's go back to round table for a second. Just for a minute. I want to see if those really are as bad as people say they are. I'm not going to use the Bolt of Grand Axe. I know that's going to be amazing. I want to use these. Let's get some money on us. Let's get like 50 grand of money on us. Okay, so that's gonna put it up to +9. I need to buy Lost Ashes of War. And while we're here, I just want to see your shop. I'll buy both of those. Okay. Now we can take off the two-handed. We can take off this as well. What are we going to replace it with? Charge tax. And I think the Godfrey icon. Wait, no. The Love Stardust. Now we're going to run back and do that again. Because I for sure have the stat investment to take advantage of, like, electricity. So it makes me curious of many things. Alright, so that's guard. That doesn't feel too terrible. Let me take down this mob. It's definitely zippy. So do I have to come out of a... So do I have to come out of the bolt into a heavy attack, though? Yes, it's a heavy attack I have to come out of. Okay, let's try that again. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. I feel as though the moveset could be faster, though. And it's not as stamina intensive as a spear. I want to try the long half version next. Long half is life. Now we're going to do our upgrading montage again. Now I'm like used to the long half axe generally, so I'm very used to this moveset. We just have to work out what timing the Ash has. Because there's a very specific timing in which, when I come out of the bolt, I have to then hit right trigger. So we're gonna give that a quick shot. And it might also be a multi-hit too. Just thinking about that last use, I was definitely spinning around there. So let's rethink that for sure. It still only takes up to 45. um. We're gonna try this anyway. Okay. Calm down, son. That's a bit much. Alright. So that's a different timing, and that's a different attack entirely. And that's very interesting, though. Okay, so the lightning's an AoE. Get back here. Okay, so we really have to be like on them to hit them. That could work. Where is Letta's armor? Because Blink Bolt is clearly a dash attack. Honestly, in retrospect, we're gonna give this a shot. What's worse can happen? She looks so silly with the bear hat. I'm taking it off. And I'm gonna give her the circlet again. Where's the dragon? There's the dragon. That's kind of suboptimal. Let me out of here. Where are they? Hold on. I know. Okay, so that wasn't that definitely wasn't the axe for the fight. The ash doesn't really like hone in with the electricity. So we're gonna use the dual axes this time. Now, there's gonna come a point here very shortly where you guys are gonna go on the phone charger. And you guys are gonna go on the phone charger in the kitchen, as this seems to be where my phone will charge, generally. It won't charge in its old place, where I was able to keep eyes on my phone and interact with chat. I'm just making sure that it's on, and it's actively gaining juice. Okay, perfect. So it's gonna be like that for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an amount of minutes. I will go back and get it. Don't worry. Alright, I just wanna test this with this drip on. Okay. Not gonna lie, this kind of shreds. I think we've got it. I think we figured it out. Alright, there's a dragon. Where's our boys at right now? There. Alright, I think we got it this time. Let me at your feet. Okay, that could have gone better. All right. I want to pick my attack opportunity and who I attack very carefully. Let's take out this guy. Alright, and the reason I want to do that is because they're perfumers. What they're going to do is they're going to buff the enemy. Ah, nuggets. So my thinking is without their like buffers, you might have an easier time. Of course, we could also just go in there with like a Lion's Claw and win it relatively easy. So I think this time we're going to focus more on dodging. We have the ash that lets us dodge. There's no reason we shouldn't use it. Okay. I just ate that whole thing. Alright, now... Stay down. Okay. That's going much better. I need to heal, I need to heal. Okay, okay. The only downside is I can't dodge backwards. Ah. So it's definitely the better Ash for that fight. It at least feels like it's going better. If it is or not, I don't know. But it felt better. It felt good. Now my phone is allegedly charging. Big allegedly. I have to move it around to get it in the right position. Okay, good, good. The charger bar is blue now, instead of flashing red. The technical struggles I face getting these streams off the ground sometimes are insurmountable. In an extremely first world way. Okay, let's take off Blue Dancer. Replace it with Lightning Scorpion. Now it's going to give us 69 poise, which is nice. It's a good round number. So we're gonna run that again. I think dodging definitely helped me last time. There's a dragon. Alright, I'm gonna try to take out an archer first. There we go. How did that fire catch me? Okay, okay, I see how you do. I see how they does and how they do. You're just coming around with me to the kitchen. So I can set up some edible eatables. I want a bowl. I want a pot. Now my phone just isn't charging. That's super cool. That's super cool. So I think I'm gonna make one more attempt then. One more attempt, and then I'm going to wrestle with my phone charging. As that is quite silly. I don't feel I should have to be doing it. But nonetheless, I will have to nonetheless. And less and such. Because I need my phone to be in a functional state so I can, you know, run these things. Make them work. It's actually a lot of fun doing them. And if my phone doesn't work, I can't do them. So right now the charger base is flashing red. That means it's not working, but the charger icon on my phone says it's drawing in power. I know you, Mrs. Slowbro. And I miss the Slowbro. So, one more go, I think. I should think. And then we're gonna go again. Later tonight, possibly. Once my phone's a bit more charged. This is definitely not the last you're hearing from me today. I just can't risk having a paperweight for a phone, you know what I mean? Because that means the phone was sitting on the charger that entire time and it wasn't charging. Yeah, that's right. Chip away at the dragon. Alright. Alright, I hear perfumers. Alright, there's that perfumer. Ah, nuggets. So even when they're not wrapped up by a perfume, they're still fairly dangerous. All right. Dangocles. I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna try to send us somewhere cool before I start wrestling with my phone. Somewhere good and cool. Ooh, she sounds nice. All right. So she's doing Elden Ring, but she's playing it on a dance pad. I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be fun. So I'm gonna send you guys there, and then I'm gonna come back in like say 6 hours, and amount of time later, so I can charge my phone. But I'll be on social media and such, so you'll see me soon. Hold on. Had to get back to the chat window. Alright, but yeah, I'll be back on in like 6 hours. See you guys then. And hopefully that worked. If you're still here, I do apologize. I'm not sure why it does this to me sometimes. Alright, so I am going to get out of this for now. Ah, fuck. Oh man, I love my chat. Alright, I think it worked.